Welcome to my lipstick collection. Welcome to my lipstick collection video. I have 5 lipsticks, which is a lot for me because it takes me a very long time to finish some lipsticks. But we'll start in the order that I purchased them in. First, we have Besame Dusty Rose lipstick. What I really should do is get a little mirror, but I don't have one, so we'll try to use the mirror in my makeup box, and hopefully I can figure out how to apply it while you can still see my lips. First, what I like to do, this is a very dark lipstick on me, I like to add a little bit of lip balm. Smudges it out more with some lip balm on. So, we have the lip balm. And now, we have the lipstick. This is Dusty Rose by Besame. And there it is on. When it's sheared out like this, it's a very warm, browny kind of natural color. But when I have it built up very much opaque, it turns into a very cool tone color. Here it is. I didn't ever buy expensive lipstick before. This is like the first high-end lipstick I ever purchased. And originally I didn't like it, but I like it a lot now. So, on to the next one. Since I loved Besame Cosmetics so much, when I saw that they came out with a Sleeping Beauty collection, Sleeping Beauty collection, I needed one lipstick. They had more than one, but I wanted to buy one, and maybe this one was a little bit lighter than the previous Besame lipstick I had bought. So, I decided to buy it. And I will give you a swatch of the Sleeping Beauty. I got the Sleeping Beauty Pink. It's a direct replica of Sleeping Beauty's lip color, which it looks very pink in the tube, but it's kind of browny. And it's darker than you'd think it'd be. And I love this color. This is the color I used in the Get Ready With Me video. And it has rose gold packaging. And it is it's kind of dark and it's kind of browny and it's kind of deep. But it's kind of like very, very pretty. I mean, it's not like, it is very, very pretty. So then I went a while, because I bought this last October. So about a year ago. And then I went for a while without buying any lipstick. And then Valentine's Day came around. I had made a skirt. I had sewn a skirt that was pink and red and hearts. Pink and reds and heart. Like Valentine's Day. And I'd been watching these videos that there were these Revlon shades. Revlon lipstick shades. That had been around since 1955. So, Besame, I love Besame because they're vintage reproduction. And they're gorgeous and beautiful. And they smell like vanilla. And I just love everything about them. But, I decided that I would see if I could find this at the store. So I found it at the store and I couldn't help but buy it. Because it was only like $5. Versus this. I spent $30 on this. $25 on this. Don't ask me why this one was more expensive. It just was. They upped their prices. It used to be $22. Now it's $24 plus shipping. So, anyways. I bought the Revlon red lipstick. It's in the shade Love That Pink. So it's a very, very hot pink that it looks like it's a red. And it matches my skirt beautifully. It's the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Love That Pink, and it's been around since 1955, so it's a 1955 shade, which is right up my alley, right? And it's gorgeous. I wore it to a Valentine's dance. It matched my skirt. Everything was lovely. I've worn it down to so it's the same shape as my Besame lipsticks because it wasn't a normal lipstick shape, and I don't like the normal lipstick shapes. Anyways, let me apply this. And it's a gorgeous shade. It's super shiny. It's super hot pink, red, depending on the lighting. It's gorgeous, right? I don't like it as much as I used to. And I still have a whole bunch to go through. And I would prefer American Beauty from Besame, because if I have a red lipstick, I've gotten used to wearing red lipstick. Versus these two where I could more like, looks like I'm not wearing lipstick as much. This always happens. You go to the store and it costs like not very much money, especially compared to $30. And so you buy it, and it's wonderful, but then it's in your collection for years. I mean, I like it. I just don't like it. But that's Revlon. That's my only non-Besame lipstick, and it is a vintage shade. So I'm okay with that, I guess. On to... It's the same month, pretty much. But I've been watching a lot of 1960s TV shows and movies. And Besame sells 1960s lipstick. Well, it's a seasonal shade, so they had just come back in stock with their 1960s portrait pink lipstick. And so I couldn't resist. So it's been, 2 weeks since I bought this. And I go out and I buy portrait pink from Besame, and it's in their classic color packaging, so it's not any pretty rose gold like Sleeping Beauty. It looks exactly like Dusty Rose. So I buy it because I can't resist. I was watching, I can't remember what the show was, but more than one, just TV shows and different things from the 1960s, and I needed a 1960s shade. And I'd learned my lesson with this. I really only like, well, I hadn't learned my lesson. It's been 2 weeks, and I still really like this. But I'm like, I like this, but I need a 1960s lipstick. Because I only have, my Dusty Rose is from 1969, but that's a dark color. Sleeping Beauty is from 1959, but it's Sleeping Beauty's lip color. And it wasn't, I tried to wear it, and it wasn't this bright, light pink that I wanted to be from the 1960s. So I got the 1960s lipstick. Let me apply it for you. It is light, but not as light as I thought it would be. And it kind of oxidizes on my lips and leaves a bright stain after it's gone. So, glad it's towards the end, huh? And there it is. Now, if I wore this for a little while, it would oxidize some, but first applied. It looks very 1960s, and it's gorgeous, and I loved it, and I wore this one, and I wore the Revlon one, and I enjoyed them. And so, then I had 4 lipsticks. I was done having lipsticks, because then I had one for every season. I had the Sleeping Beauty one for fall, I had the Dusty Rose one for winter. I had the nice bright red pink for summer. And then I had this portrait pink. It's a very light color for springtime. So I had 4 lipsticks, one for each season, and I was done buying lipsticks. Well, one day I got it into my head that, you know, if I can wear the bright lipstick, the bright Revlon lipstick that is obviously a natural color, wouldn't I want, maybe I would want a lipstick in my favorite color, which is hot pink. Hot pink is my favorite color. Like bright, hot pink, magenta, beautifulness. The next day, guess what Besame came out with, or re-released, or restocked, or whatever. It's another one of their seasonal shades. It is exotic pink. And guess what it is? It's a bright, Barbie, cool-toned, wonderful, hot pink. So I agonized over it a little bit. Because I'd already been planning to buy Brown Cake Mascara from Besame in October. But I'm like, I have to buy it right now. And if I'm making a Besame order, I just have to buy everything. Because if I don't buy the Brown Cake Mascara right now, I won't be able to convince myself to buy it in October. And I really, really want it. That was the whole story. So I bought the exotic pink. The bright, hot pink. Like, gorgeous pink. Wonderful pink. Perfect pink. Exotic pink Besame lipstick. And it's a shade from 1955. So I have 2 shades from 1955. But one is Besame and one is not. And they're both summer shades for me. I mean, they're like bright, what you would want to wear in the summer. Which is why I bought it. I bought it in the summer. I should wear this portrait pink more often. It's been a while since I've worn the portrait pink. Let me take it off. Take off the portrait pink and put on the bright pink for you. And the portrait pink stains my lips. But that'll be fine because the exotic pink is really bright, so it can cover up any of that staining. And there it is. Bright Barbie pink. My favorite shade of pink. And I hardly wear it because I have so many other lipsticks. I mean, hardly wear it. I mean, I probably apply it at least once every 2 weeks. Maybe once a week. But I would love to just wear it constantly because it's so gorgeous. But I have so many other lipsticks that I also want to use. And so that's my entire lipstick collection. And I'm not buying any more because I'm overwhelmed with what I have. And I really enjoyed when I only had 4 lipsticks. I just couldn't live without exotic pink. I mean, I could live without it, but I felt like I couldn't live without it. And my mom said, you should just buy it. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy it. Anyways, that is the whole story. I have 4 Besame lipsticks, which, if I combine the price of all these, that's like $100 of lipstick. Plus $5 or $6 more. So $105 worth of lipstick. But I really want Besame Cosmetics American Beauty Red Lipstick. It seems like it would be the perfect shade for me, and so much more nicer than this. And if I use up 2 of these, or if it's been 2 years since I've had this, or something, at some point, I'm going to own that American Beauty lipstick. But I can't buy it right now. If I ever had a whole bunch of money. That's my lipstick collection. I hope you enjoyed. And I love my lipsticks.